I wish you the best of luck in the future. I feel really awkward now that I need that.
No. Honestly, don't worry about it. It's like, you know, after we lost the complexity yesterday, it was tough. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
losses in general like really hard on the scene, especially for tier 2, tier 3 teams, right? Because they're trying to break into the tier 1 scene, and it's honestly just a really difficult hurdle. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, honestly, these guys are the story today between Fire and Complexity. I think Fire, man, they're picking up heroes that they're really comfortable with here.
Gyrocopter Undying.
Dire team ban.
I feel like that's Fire wheelhouse right there. Complexity though did get the bounty hunter, and I'm always a little bit leery of giving away the bounty hunter just because it's like, oh hey, it's the 6.82 comeback mechanics are back installed, but for only one team, you know.
Yeah, it's honestly bounty's kind of weird against Undying because like on the one hand it's very good at evading the Undying and like getting fights elsewhere, winning your lanes and wherever the Undying is not. But on the other hand, if you lose too much to the Undying without getting much done in the early game, at one point he does nothing to the Tombstone, he does nothing for the team fights. Of course with the track and Shuriken fallback you can always do damage to an extent. It might become either a really easy game or a really hard game, and setting themselves up for an easy game, I would say, because Ember Spirit's one of the better heroes against the Tombstone too. I mean, if you can't kill the Tombstone, kill the zombies.
Storm Spirit and Rubik banned away by Complexity. We had an AM banned out by Fire alongside the Clinks, which seems to be a repeat ban. Bigly targeted at Ziz. We saw that in the semifinals. Strong. The Spirit Breaker is going to be picked up now for Fire. Another hero I feel like matches. You were talking about how the Spirit Breaker just does very well against the AM, and I feel like in some regards, maybe not the exact, but in some regards, the Spirit Breaker is quite strong against the Ember Spirit for the same reasons.
SB is kind of like weird against Lina and Ember. On the one hand, when you get to them, it's really strong because you always have that magical 17% that turns out to be 50 or 100 at times. But other times, it's kind of like Ember and Lina. They both have ways to deal with it, sort of. Like Ember's Searing Chains range actually extends further than that of the Charge Bash AoE, the greater Bash AoE from Charge of Darkness. So you can actually chain him up while he's charging. And Spirit Breaker is one of those heroes that if his charge doesn't really connect, it doesn't have a purpose. And Lina in the same way, if you time your stun and when you see it coming, it could just stop the SB. It's kind of like a Bat Rider jumping into you without lasso. But it's very good against Bounty Hunter. Like it nullifies the effectiveness of Bounty Hunter quite a bit, I would say. So I think that's the purpose of the pick here.
Yeah. Complexity. Fourth pickup. I'm presuming this Lina is going to be... I mean, I guess we can run a safe lane Ember Spirit, but I feel like the greedy like 4 position, it would be the same thing that Complexity did in game number 1, right? Where they had both the Naga Siren and...
Oh dear.
Okay. Techies, but... What is happening with these techies? Is this...
Well, they first banned the TA, one of the best heroes against techies.
Okay.
And Fire just picked up Queen of Pain, which is not exactly a good high ground pusher. I would say so far, Complexity got this game and got this draft down pat. You know, the landmines kill Tombstone as well, so that's something.
Yeah, that's true. Just that I feel like there's no combo here, right? There's no, you can't have a Tusk. If the techies is run as the sort of greedy 4 position, then what does the Bounty Hunter do? Is he like the hard 5 and then you've got no real support? Is this an offlane techies? Is this what it?
I think this is an offlane techies.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Mikey J. White plays it. I've never seen him, but I don't see why not. The thing with techies is you need to watch a couple of replays and play the hero a few times to just generally like understand the patterns. Of course, if you want to be a really good techies, like most players who want to be really good on X hero, you have to spam that X hero and really see the difference of what happens in the experience department. But yeah, so far I'd favor their draft, man. Like their high ground, Gyrocopter, not very good. And if the techies can drag out the game, they might just let the Ember and the Lina kick in.
Complexity.
10 seconds
Reaching for that last pick now. Okay, so I'm sorry, going back to it.
5 seconds remaining.
The 4 position, I feel like it has to be a mid Lina. Now they're going to go roll a 5 position Shadow Shaman.
This is the weirdest draft I've seen in some time. And Slaughter, another hero that's not very good against techies.
Yeah, and they're going to run with the off-lane Slardar that we saw in the semifinal. That it was kind of weird. I felt like it did all right in the lane, surprisingly. And then moved.
Oh, you know,
the
the off
really interesting build too, where he went Force Staff over as well.
Yeah, he gets the Force first, and then he gets the Blink after, I think. I think it's just like a way he likes to utilize his 522 movement speed. Because to be fair, you don't always need to blink in. You kind of just, if you force yourself in, you can do that. If you don't force yourself in, you can use it as an escape tool. Because of course, if you get hit by a hero, your blink will be negated for 3 seconds. But Cap, I don't know, man. This is, I dare say, if Fire win this game, they really deserve, and they have every right to go to ESL. Because just by the picks, I don't know how they can win this game.
Yeah, you're pretty heavily siding towards the complexity draft.
Yeah, it's just again, like this one hero counters like all of Fire's heroes basically. I mean, even Spirit Breaker, maybe you can charge him while he's away from the mines, but at the end of the day, if he suicides, what are you really getting? I just don't know. They'll have to crush the lanes, and they'll have to make sure the techies doesn't delay the game for 20 minutes, because if he does, the Ember will get farmed, the Lina will push out the waves, Rasta might get farmed too. It's just a whole array of problems might open up for them.
D-Freak already gets out his aggressive ward, is going to start laying down some mines.
Oh, he's going to get spotted, I think.
Yeah, he is. Do you think Slaughter... there are very few heroes. I don't think Slaughter has enough HP. He has a high amount of armor, but I don't think he has enough HP to survive through the 3 landmine start.
No, I don't think so either. I think
it's.
I'm pretty sure every hero in Dota dies to 3 mines at level 1.
Really? I thought there was like a couple here. I thought it was like the highest EHP heroes, like Ogre.
Well, Spirit Breaker is actually one of the highest EHP. I'm sure of it. He's so tanky. He's 5 armor. He's sitting at 700 without a single stat item. But even him, I'm sure he'll just fall.
Yeah.
Pretty sure anyway. Let's see. I mean, we can actually do the math here. So basically 25% reduction out of, what is that? 900 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll die.
The battle begins.
Oh wait, will he die?
Worthy tribute.
It's
Chat
too late.
here.
I mean, in
Oh,
Europe
it's
right now.
225 each. Yeah. So, he'll live with 26 life points then, right?
And if he actually had a couple of stat items.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I guess not every hero dies. Come on, most of them die. Come on.
But most of them do.
It's fair to say the Slaughter is not going to be 100% HP anyway in this lane. He'll die. Oh, the Undying is actually going to die first. I'm calling it here. He's going to walk into the side trying to use his fog and then try to decay spam, and he's going to die.
All right.
Yeah, right here.
Runs into it. Way two. A little battle here with Whitebeard. Whitebeard goes for the decay.
Come on, right here.
There goes the first blood. Oh, he hits both at the same time. Oh, golly.
How easy was that? Badly. Oh my gosh.
Because there goes like half of Slaughter's regen just off the start, because not even because he ran into landmines, because the Undying, who was somewhat close to him, ran into it.
Yeah. Honestly, this game, man, it's gonna be a nightmare of a game for Fire. Just, I don't know. This techie's like, even if they see the mines, what heroes are they gonna use to clear it? Main? Just gonna get forced into the mines or something.
Whitebeard, already feeling the pain there. Flame Guard and the level 1 Ether Shock. MJW's actually playing a 3-position bounty hunter here in this game.
Offlane bounty.
So, yeah. For the quick level 6. I mean, the offlane bounty, once upon a time, that was a thing. Nowadays, it just seems solidly in the 4th position. But I guess there's no real reason it couldn't go back to the offlane.
Yeah, honestly, they have a good safe lane against that. Spirit Breaker, you just charge him. Once you're level 2, of course, you got Bash 1. And then once you charge him, you have a Dust. And then you just dust the bounty, and Gyro walks in with a Rocket Barrage, and there you have a dead bounty owner.
Yeah. Got its level 2, so see what he can do. There's also potential to put pressure on the middle lane, where we have a Queen of Pain versus a Lina. Susie right now.
Yeah, Undying tried to walk in through the other path that he mined. Yep, luckily for them, that's the only mines they have so far, but it could change at any given time, and they wouldn't be aware of it.
Oh, if he gets this suicide, it's going to be so big. Techies will have single-handedly won 2 different lanes. But we'll see. The creep wave is going to push forward into the tower still. I really don't see Z-Freak being able to get this opportunity.
Yeah, I don't think so
I'm
either.
sorry, there's a counter word right there. For some reason, I thought it was the Radiance.
So they saw him the whole time.
Yeah.
No chance of it happening. And Fluff charging bottom. I don't think it's going to be successful. I don't know. Can you kill this Ember?
Well, maybe if they manage to get the stun.
Oh, yeah, I guess he can.
Up, they'll get the stun. And he got the chains on the exact person he needed to, which was Moo, which will allow him to be able to survive. No chain stun possible. And wipe.
Yeah, I thought the chain stun was going to come in for sure, but unfortunately for them, they got chained up. I think the Rasta had a shackle ready as well, so there's that. They're desperate for this kill. Yeah, this is not going to work. Ember Spirit against melee heroes, it's kind of like, yeah, these searing chains will just make your aggression futile and useless.
Yeah, it's such a decently low cooldown, 4 seconds charge.
It does cost a lot of mana, but again, Magic Stick is so beneficial against Undying that he'll get a lot of it back in general.
Whitebeard has spotted out where the next set of mines is at. Well, they should be caught out by that one. Kind of gets a little damage on Moo. Major here, top lane. JW still playing around with Jail. To get some damage out here and there. He's got 8 CS. Level 4, so really not bad. The off-lane Bounty Hunter seems to be working out quite well, especially with the Spirit Breaker now. He went back to base, he picked up some dust, he's going to charge over to the Bounty Hunter, so this is probably our one opportunity to be able to get the kill. Let's see if MJW actually has the awareness, though, to stick back long enough until the Spirit Breaker shows up on map. Thanks. Even underneath his tower with this creep wave pushing in so heavily. Probably going to be caught here. Know where he's at, they're going to run him down. Fully hope he makes some crazy juke around, but it doesn't look like he's eat through the trees, gets a little distance here, slowed down. The Rocket Barrage will be able to finish him off. Meanwhile, bottom lane, what happened here? Shadow Shaman ends up getting the kill on the Undying, while the Undying got the pickup on the Ember Spirit. So well worth it for Fire. It looks like, though, Moo, slow as he is, does have Tranquil Boots to start healing himself up.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple engagement. The Undying just dropped Tombstone right on top of the Ember Spirit, and they followed up with a stun. Ember had the shield, but again, nice thing about Slaughter, your Slithering crushes physical damage, so it bypassed the shield, and Slaughter actually came very close to dying, one hit away, but he juked through the trees, and Rasta, unfortunately, I think he fell before the Techie Mine actually came and blew up the Tombstone. So yeah, Undying without Tombstone, it's always fun. And Swindle gets a kill on 747, solo kill.
Yeah, the quick pick off. Laguna Blade looks like he'll hit a light strike array, but bottom lane's where the fight is going to be. The suicide goes off and it hits Moo in the process. He drops very low, but still they get the pick off in the Undying, and that's what they're searching for. More room for Ziz to be able to farm up. Spirit Breaker. He just get... Yeah, he got picked up.
Yeah. This is actually a very old school bounty build where you want to be efficient. The other build that people used to do is like 1-2-2 or 2-1-2. Now with the toss, how it works with the bouncing from the track, as well as just the scaling in general, going up from like a flat rate of 75 per level, you should always level it, I think, over Janata. So he got 2 points in Janata right now, but I'm not sure if that's necessary.
W keeps on shadowing Fluff to be able to get that pick off. Get himself the bounty rune here in the top lane. Whitebeard looking around for those mines. So problematic, but the 4 position Techies has certainly countered the Undying aggression quite heavily.
Man, Z-Freak, this guy's a Techies player. Look at this guy.
So the top lane. And he got up. That's something.
No, unfortunately you can't. Yeah, you can't tell. I'm not sure if they should make it. I kind of said the other day that they should, but then I realized the whole, the issue with like techies cheating or like cheating against techies, right? Like you just disconnect from your game and then you go spectate your own game kind of thing, and you can see. So if you can see the number of mines as a spectator, it might actually be bad. Yeah. So if they don't do it, I can see why. But at the very least, you can click the techies and you can see the number of landmines that he has on the floor.
Yeah.
Given the flashes, you'll have to just gauge.
He's got like 2 there. Top rune, I think he's got 2 in the middle as well.
Yeah, the rune one is hard because you can't see the flash due to the river. I mean, depending on your settings, of course. But yeah, the middle one, that mine there it's so good, honestly. Like I know that the mid lane you get sentryed a lot, but ever since Reborn happened, because of the hillsides and stuff, people don't sentry that as often. But hold that thought, it's just at the bottom lane.
Oh, it actually bumps back way too in the process. That's a good setup. The Tombstone is beginning to slow down everybody. The mine is not quite enough damage, and now Moo's actually going to be able to stop some of this. Z-Freak just gets blown up. No suicide. Laguna Blade turns around the Undying. Brian's going to go down as well. 2 for 1 so far. Tombstone did get healed up, and JW comes forward, but he's got the backup of the Lina to make sure the Tombstone does go down. And so full rotations all around. Susie's actually going to make a pretty late TP in and try and get
I don't know about this. What is he planning to get out? Oh,
they got
they want to go for the Lina here.
He has no mana. He has, like, very little. They can easily just run him down. He's going to turn around, go for the Light Strike Array, but the stun's going to come out from Moo soon. Fakes it, goes for the stun now on MJW while Jo comes in for the side, cleans up Swindle, and now they're going to charge for more here. Actually, Ziz, Fluff actually, I think, canceled his charge, but this would have been a good opportunity for them to chase down that Ember Spirit pre-level 6. Looks like they're still maybe going to go for it with the charge and the... oh
yeah, Tombstone's up. You know he's going.
Oh yeah. Ziz managed to get a really good change once again, but the heals goes out. Sonic Wave just to take him out as fast as possible. Way 2 comes in with his app, but now he's going to be in some serious trouble. Fortunately, everyone's low on mana, but just enough for Moo to be able to get a stun. That's all they're required to get that kill against the squishy support.
That's slaughter for you right there. It's 100 mana and with amplified damage, boom, Rasta loses half his life points. Pretty good hero. But man, that's what they had in mind with that charge there. I really didn't think they were going to kill Swindle, never mind Mikey J. White, but he decided to show himself kind of like a save his friend syndrome type of thing.
Yeah.
And they paid a steep price for it, honestly. I think the Techie's mines at bottom got exploded too without getting a kill. So that was a huge plus for Fire all over. And Jo too, he put it down there. He doesn't have mana in the safe lane anymore, but what he does have is a lot of farm as a result of these kills. And you can see that with him being at the top of the net worth chart.
He drops in place here. He's got, let's see, take a leg away from the CS. He's still actually quite low in net worth compared to Swindle, despite the number of kills they just got in the bottom lane. 3,300 compared to 4K on the Lina. That being said, our Gyrocopter is very far ahead of this Ember Spirit. All the pressure that he's felt from this Slardar, as well as the Undying, and then Jaya also coming in and cleaning up a lot of those kills at the bottom lane, means that he's top of the net worth board right now.
Just quick on the reaction there. Just a decay, but enough to make him run. Then again, he doesn't really want to take extra damage, so I think he's just gonna wait for his Flame Guard, farm up the woods. Doesn't have a Quelling Blade yet to make it really efficient by cutting trees or anything like that, but as I say that, hold that thought, he's just gonna go back to the lane. Not sure what he wants to do right now.
TP in from the Gyrocopter, who I'm not sure if this is just him abandoning the top lane.
It was good though, because they were gonna pick him off if he was there. Swindle was ready, full mana, everything with invis and double damage on Lina.
I'm not sure if they actually saw that, and that's why he left lane, but...
Yeah, I don't know, because they have a ward, but it doesn't see the rune itself. Yeah. So, I mean, all they know is that Lina's been missing for a while, and I guess that's enough of a basis to assume that something bad is happening for them.
So probably for the best, they are just going to group up at the bottom lane, avoid that gank entirely, and just go for the tier 1 tower. Which seems like will be taken. Complexity going to respond with a push middle lane. They don't quite have the wards out from the Shadow Shaman, so this won't be that easy. In fact, Susie's able to charge away just in time. Brian bunks back Swindle, and JW is spotted. Nice shuriken, but does have to worry about Moo coming in from the side. They're kiting around Fire really well, and Z-Freak's going to come in and finish off this tower. Fine. Glyph actually keeps it alive for a little bit longer.
Oh, 747.
Able to get away just ahead of that leash. Whitebeard comes in, he gets suicided on. He's trying to get up the tomb, somebody gets bursted. He did not expect that one. The charge is going to come through. Swindle's going to be the not the target actually. Way 2 charge. Boom! There goes the mine. Still though, the call down hits Way 2 in the background. Jo needs a little bit more HP. Swindle doesn't actually have Laguna Blade anymore. He proed it out already. Swindle is going to be dropping a Susie. It looks like nice deny.
Oh, nice deny.
MJW picks that one up on the side. 747 now trying to get away, finishes off one. He's gonna go for MJW, gets that one, blink away just in time, but into mines.
Oh my gosh,
the mines are everywhere. Still though, they picked up a number of kills, and I think that the Queen of Pain is gonna be pretty happy, all things considered, with that situation.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this Z-Freak guy, it's just, he's a techies player. He gave himself a ward, evaded the Undying Vision early on, and now Fluff was charging, canceled it for the bounty room, but he's still level 5. So again, in terms of the game plan, even though they have less towers, what they do have is a techie's ability to delay the game against a whole bunch of melee heroes or non-techie counters. And these mines at top, he has some up here as well, and Moo, if he's not careful, boom.
He is going for that 4-staff once again. I'm not sure if, like, I can see kinda, okay, yeah, 4-staff can be good, but at the same time, you're up against a Lina, a Shadow Shaman, and an Ember Spirit. I would say that all those heroes are very susceptible to the instant sort of blink disable that a Slardar can do. I'm not sure if the 4-staff's really going to provide the same number of openings that a Blink Dagger would.
It definitely won't, but you have to keep in mind that he actually needs an escape path on Slaughter at these kind of games, because their ability to jump on him like this, like they have so many disables, and Way 2 kind of misses the wards, but I think they'll get the kill anyway.
Yeah, he'll be able to get the double stun though.
Man,
That'll
with the
set up
price
Jayo
though.
quite nicely. Z-Freak is actually going to go down there. Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't have the
the wards.
suicide, so no way out, and the wards are going to be cleaned up. That's just so much net worth for Jayo that he just picked up thanks to Moo.
Yeah, Moo played that really well, but again, it's yeah, bye Fluff. Oh gosh, man, it must be a nightmare playing a melee hero this game, honestly. Like, what do you do, really? But going back to that point though, it's also the escape, right? It's like Slaughter, to be completely honest, you don't actually need a blink to play this hero. He can run in very easily with his movement speed advantage. Of course, he won't be the initiator every time, but again, the best stuns in Dota are actually like what we just saw at top. It's just like a counter initiation more than
Sure,
anything.
to finish him off? No, he actually gets a heal out from the Magic Wand. They can't quite get the Janata hit. All thanks to the Undying heal. He will survive.
I think he should have dropped a stun before he ran, because if he stunned MJW, he might have just been able to finish him off with an amp and the tower hits with the Undying. But I mean, that would have been a greedy play. So it's just good that he escaped it with the Undying in the first place.
Rune for Swindle. You see, our Queen of Pain is going to be going for the Orchid. Swindle, Buells. The typical setup so far. Jayo, who's gotten a lot of farm, does go for the Helmet Dominator in this game. Hasn't actually stacked up the Ancients just yet. In fact, he's going to try and go for a quick kill on a Z-Freak here. The call down gets laid out. There are 2 or 3 mines here. Jayo's not careful. He's going to be caught by that one. Goes straight into the mines. Is it enough damage? No!
Oh,
He commits the
Z-Freak.
suicide, but it doesn't do anything to the Gyrocopter, and he's able to survive 150 HP.
That was really close, because if Jayo just committed for it from the very start, he would have actually gotten that double kill. But then again, he might have died to Swindle because not Swindle, Z-Freak, because he would have been closer to Z-Freak. That was an interesting situation. Regardless, suicide gets expended, nobody dies, Way 2 survives even.
Large bottom lane, MJW. Gotta keep in mind, this offlaner is so easily countered by the Spear Breaker. As you mentioned before, the charge comes out.
Honestly, it's so easy. It's just, charge is just such a one-step counter to Bounty Hunter. It's insane. It's a hero that entirely wants to stay out of vision, and charge completely nullifies that, takes that away. And Moo, he's dead.
Activated too.
Yeah, sure.
Easier for the to be able to pick him off.
It's only been 2 instances, but I feel like Swindle gets a lot of good runes. I mean, this series so far, I think his runes are just very good for him. I don't know, maybe it wasn't like a S4 instance where he gets like 5 haste runes in a row or something, but he kind of just like has an invis whenever he needs it.
Yeah. Will find himself damage now. How early, like, could they do Roshan right now? They could, right? With the Amplify. They were able to.
Yeah, with Amp you can always do it, but I'm not sure if that's what they want to do. It's still going to take a fair amount of time, and for these heroes to get into the pit, it's kind of very obvious if they're not in the lanes, right? Like, you know, if Undying is not in the lane, or harassing somebody, and Gyro's not in the Ancients or laning, they're gonna go for it anyway. And honestly, coL's actually pretty spread out right now. Now that I look at the map, so I'm pretty sure they have an idea though. Look at Z-Freak, he's just in the jungle. They know they're not farming there. They have wards at bottom. Yeah, the pings are already coming out.
They're just gonna give up Roshan for more map control. I think that's fine. Orchid is finished up on Susie as a result, though. Something they definitely got to worry about. Z-Freak. Who's he gonna get with that? You know, someone like it's this early into the game. You know, someone's gonna run through that ramp, not considering that it's been mined up so heavily.
Yeah, the Z-Freak guy again. This guy's a Techies player, man. I hate playing against Techies players.
No, it's Gyro. No!
Wow.
8 HP.
Wow.
Oh god.
I gotta say, this is actually one of the things that annoys me about Gyro is that this hero, he doesn't have that much life points, and his AGI gains, like, it's okay, but he has so much armor due to the items that he builds. He always builds like Ringo, Aquila, Drums, Dominator, these things. Look at him, he's got 20 armor. Yeah, why does this hero have 20 armor? I honestly, I don't get it. He has like higher than base movement speed. He has like 900 damage when you come close to him.
Bluff.
It's weird.
He's gonna be
It's
taken
weird,
out
bro.
here, try to pop the ultimate, but just assume that he was close enough to Susie and Moo that he was gonna be okay, but nice track kill.
Ember, actually, if Susie stayed hidden for another moment, he might have gotten the Ember kill, but not that they lose anything, I guess. The bounty hunter, he's so scared that he doesn't even want to show himself to track. SP's dead right now, so I think he can track the co-op here, but not tracking the co-op actually. What?
Maybe he thinks there's an opportunity for some sort of counter kill if Queen of jumps Ember. But
Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of weird. I feel like what he should have done is just track and shadow walk. But again, it's not the biggest. It's not the biggest deal. I just feel like right now they just want vision. Even if they have Aegis, this vision gives you things like these, where heroes like Lina just gets chased out of the woods, and then the techies ends up dying as a result.
yeah, you see the remote mine.
Zebra,
Yep.
like, you're right. You're absolutely right. He is a techies player, but boy, I feel like he's just getting a bit unlucky right now. Like,
Yeah,
he's just invested
6
so
mines.
much time.
See that?
Yeah. He invested so much
6.
time into landmines, so much time into these remote mines, and neither one has gotten a kill when you really feel like they should have.
Yeah, that's. Oh, you know what? At the very least, they haven't scouted out the ops yet, but I'm not sure how long that'll last. I'm sure they realize they have to have one there. Like if there's a techies there, you know he wants vision. I think they have to check that.
Looks like they're gonna go to the bottom lane.
bottom.
Way too. Around just a bit too long. And
Oh, nice chains.
Oh my God! Moo read that one just perfectly. The
That's
range
the force
there.
staff for you.
Yeah, hey, force staff. Never doubt it ever again.
Yeah. And he spams slaughter in matchmaking. He knows the hero. I trust anybody who spams a hero to know the ins and outs better than somebody like myself who doesn't. So
I'll have to try this out.
it's good. But offlane slaughter is actually very good, dude. Very good. It's for an offlane hero to be able to apply kill pressure, like it's clockwork type of thing. But hold that thought, Whitebeard is dead.
Yeah, super dead. But the charge is going to come through from the side. Brian's going to turn around, get off the ultimate. No, interrupted by the Gold Scepter, but still forced down. Nice double stun. And Zfree's going to go down on top of that one. They'll be able to get the amplified damage on MJW, which means there's no real escape for him either. He's going to be run down, stunned up, easily finished off by Susie, who wanted to be able to pick up the kill.
Well, this is something I didn't expect. Even with all these run-out heroes, I didn't think they were going to be able to keep ahead in terms of kills. Never mind the net worths, but but they're doing it, Cap. They're doing a really good job of it. But how many mines? Just one.
Certainly not enough to... Jo has 3,200 golds.
Yeah, he's very big.
Or-
I feel like
Or do you?
I feel like to play this game for them is they just buy a Satanic on Jo and just go high ground. Because yeah, I don't know how well it goes for them if they just prolong the game.
kind of feel
Moon's
like
coming in from the side. Oh dear, is this a stun?
nice controlling Zid. They will be able to get the Orchid on top of him, which means he's dead. Way 2's probably gonna fall as well. No.
Yeah, they're not done. They're not done.
There goes the
Oh, he just get. Oh, come on, those words. They're just food,
He
man.
Freak starts throwing out mines. He's gonna go for the suicide, take away the Aegis, but it's just the Aegis.
Yeah, the heroic sacrifice. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's worth, but yeah, I don't think that's worth at all, right? Because it was expiring.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe he thought, maybe he just slightly misjudged the timing. Swindle's gonna be caught. Turns around, Light Strike Array, but he already threw out the Laguna Blade charge. Where is it? Oh, he doesn't have it yet. Now the ultimate goes out, bumps back to Winnamounts. He's gonna be caught. Gold Scepter dodge. Actually, able to get away from a lot of damage, but he still goes down.
Holy crap, Cap! Fire doing it.
They really are, man. I was so
I was
sad.
so
Like,
skeptical, honestly. I didn't think they could do it this game. Of all the games, this game, I said first game, all right. Second game, okay. Third game, I said no. But they're saying yes, man. They're doing it. I don't know what to say. It could be the offlane bounty. It could be just they're on the they're not on the same page with how they're playing right now. But they're getting the picks whenever they're going for them.
I do feel like a lot of it is the bounty hunter, where the bounty hunter as a 4 position is able to give you that kind of comeback mechanism that the offlane bounty hunter is here, but you're lacking an offlaner that is able to give you the team fight winning situation. Oh, Susie is going to be able to get this one, the double damage, not enough. This is going to TP back, he gets the mech as well,
nice
so
mech.
he'll be able to survive, but
Yeah.
I guess
Honestly, that was a very cocky move to go for that kill.
Yeah.
It's just overall very cocky, I think. He didn't really have vision, and there was a tier 2 tower that supports could have rotated at any time, and you always have to be wary of that bounty hunter presence, of course. I don't fault him because he had a double damage, and he definitely could have done it, but yeah, that was just that was kind of a throwing move, I think.
Love had the right read, but he's going to be caught by...
Oh, man.
Moo comes in with the save. Now they're charged right through 2 of them. They're going to be able to bump back the techies long enough to get the kill beyond godlike double kill. And they know where MJW is. And
Oh, they missed the dust, though. I think they're done. Yeah, I think that's done.
Quite lucky.
Yeah, so he has the blink now. See? It's good.
By
I think part of the reason for the force staff too is because like just the way he goes tranquil, right? He wants some regen because he doesn't really have sustain. And again, this hero, like look at him, he honestly has no mana cost. He has 25 mana cost for amplified damage, 115 for slithering crush. You know the last hero that got these kind of treatments, flipping Axe and Tusk. Look at what happened to them. They became like first picks for a period of time.
Oh.
Strength heroes, they're so good, like these bruiser heroes, because they can force towers really easily or force kills. They don't have mana cost. Hold on, thought. Whitebeard. Oh, the turnaround.
He has to force that through the wards in order to get onto way too sexy, but the amplify damage, every single right click is doing so much. They're going to be able to easily get that kill. And again, clean up the wards. I mean, at this point in time, I'm almost feeling like Complexity are getting less track gold than Fire are getting Serpent Ward gold.
Yeah. Fire is all over the place, honestly. I don't know how they're doing it. They're just everywhere right now. Like, I'm just watching the starter at top. I'm looking at his transition towards mid, and boom, Undying, suddenly Spirit Breaker and Quap. Like, I didn't consider this, but their heroes are actually extremely mobile. Yeah. Extremely mobile. You have Spirit Breaker, Quap, and Slaughter that could sort of be anywhere at times.
You know what's going to happen, by the way, Claire?
What?
I'm going to be inspired by Moo. And I'm going to see this offlane Slardar. I'm going to play offlane Slardar. I'm going to go try Boots and Force Staff. And I'm going to get Force Staff. I'm going to fail miserably, and my team's going to flame the hell out of me.
Oh,
Why
you
do
can't.
have Force Staff on
No, you can't fail. Like, look at this spell, honestly. It's so good. It's 8-second cooldown, 2.5 second stun. It slows attack and movement speed after it's done. AoE 350. It's like a panda clap, but it stuns. And again, did I mention 8-second cooldown? Pretty good.
Orchid. And what? Oh, they're also going to get this one. Bounty Hunter goes down as well.
For the second time, Cap, they're doing it, man. They're actually doing it. I can't believe they're beating the Complexity lineup that they have here. But again, a lot of it really is probably on the offlane bounty hunter. Just
Is it not enough? He doesn't blow up the mines.
nice chains.
Double chains. Call down gets laid out. Ziz is trying to beat through. 747 HP, but he barely managed to get away. And now the charge comes through. They don't have the ultimate though on Fluff. He's just going to TP out from the chains. Light Strike Array will catch him in the end. The mines go off, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's not enough to kill. Honestly, right now, he's kind of level starved, eh? This techies used to be super ahead in perspective of what a techies game should look like. And now, by 30 minutes, normally they really want an axe or something like that, and he only has one item for it. And I'm not even sure if this staff of wizardry is committed to an axe. I think he might just want a force staff to force people into the mines or something.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Because the Queen of Pain is such a threat with the Orchid to the techies that he's not going for that heavy split push that we saw from AUI at TI, where you would go for the heavy amount of split push, get the Aghanim Scepter. With level 2, you start one-shotting creep waves. Is it just the Queen of Pain that keeps him from being able to split push, or you think this is actually just a style choice?
I think it's a product of many things, but most importantly for me, this game, it's a lot of the Orchid Silence from Quap for sure, but it's just the fact that they could have vision on him at any time with the Spirit Breaker. The Spirit Breaker pick, I thought it wasn't good enough, because it counters those heroes, but again, Techie's gameplay counters it so much. But it's turning out so good overall. Like it's reminding me of how broken this hero is in pubs, really. Like look at him, he just gets vision all the time. He's just charging non-stop, speeding through the map at 750 MS, and nobody's gonna do a thing about it right now because you have an off-lane bounty hunter in the woods.
Claire, you were exactly right. They didn't go immediately for the Satanic. They went the SNY first, that lovely little stat item, and then the Satanic. They just bulk up the gyrocopter as much as possible.
Yeah, I think so. To break high ground on techies, you just have to out-survive, outlive his burst.
Yeah.
Because honestly, after he uses his mines, what does the hero do, right? He can suicide, but there's that.
X. Freak wants to go for the suicide, but the cooldown's not going to catch him. He's going to have to suicide right here if he wants to keep the kill away from JL. Oh, Spearbreaker. He tried right through that one. Now they're going to be able to catch JL, Ward, and Light Strike Array, and they're just going to be able to burst him down. Whitebeard came forward. Stun comes out from Move, but this turn real bad. Sonic Wave for the side. They managed to take out the Shadow Shaman, and Susie will blink himself away, so at least they get something out of that nasty fight.
I really like what Susie and Move did there. First of all, I feel like if they wanted to take that engagement, they had to be there sooner. Unfortunately, even with all the mobility they have, I'm not sure how possible that is. But just in general, like Susie just came in with the ultimate. He didn't try to orchid anybody and keep fighting, and Move did the same thing. He just got out and they were kind of on the same page saying, okay, let's cut our losses short. And that's, again, this kind of discipline is something that is very rare to find with teams nowadays. Because the way I saw that, you know, Susie just hit a very big ultimate on like 3 or 4 heroes, and I think they just got mech'd up as well. But they had the Orchid, they had a Slaughter who could stun again in like 2 seconds. So it was definitely turnable, but why go for that risk anyway, right?
Swindle needs a little bit more. That's why he's not going for the kill on Susie just yet. He needs the help of MJW. Unfortunately, Susie just keeps on moving around so quickly. Oh, Roshan's up, so that'll probably be the next target for Fire. Why not? They've got level 2 Amplify.
You know, I think Susie and Swindle are actually the only 2 people in North America that play Lina this way. This is how the Europeans play Lina. They get Treads to buff up the early game, and then they get Yules, which is core on pretty much every Lina. Right. But then they go for Shadow Blade instead of rushing like a Bloodstone for the late game or an Aghanims to increase your burst. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna go next. Honestly, I kind of feel like he actually needs the Aghanims this game, because you really just want to pop the gyrocopter as soon as possible. Kind of like what just happened. You know, they disabled him up, chained him up, and with the wards and all the presence they had with their burst nukes, they got to him before his Satanic could kick in. Yeah, without the Aghanims, I'm not sure how favorable their next exchange is going to be. He bought some items, so let's see what they are. Oh, he's actually going for Bloodstone. So I've never seen him do it, but yeah, I guess it's good.
Susie, do you know, Claire? I think Susie's a really big fan of the Shadow Blade, because I think,
yeah, him and Swindle are like the only people that
Shadow Blade on Luna, right?
Oh, that can't be good.
Is that a thing? I swear to God, like I swear to God, it was Susie. I was like playing NEL. Like Susie would go Shadow Blade Luna.
Oh, I don't know if NEL is a good basis for anything though. I mean, never mind playing Luna at the middle line, because this guy's a middle lane player now. But yeah. Uh-oh, this is the pick.
Yeah, he's got. It'd be a very nice kill. Techie's actually
that's a very big pick. Let's just hope they don't lose heroes, because they're about to.
There's a lot of remote mines, but they're just going to go for the pick off on Swinamon. Self-Fuel Scepter won't really save him. They still have the burst damage to be able to take him out. Wards of blocking things out. Goes for the landmine kill onto the tombstone, but remote mine still not enough, and Fire survived through everything there. Able to pick up 3 kills after instantly losing their Queen of Pain.
I honestly think this is where you go. Like you just have to tell yourself, okay, we have no co-op, but their Lena's down for 50 seconds. They just use ward, and he probably doesn't have any mines in the base right now. So just go for the push. Go for the push, man. Is what I would be saying, or what I think I would be saying. But Slaughter is rotating back because he has no life points, and yeah, Fluff has 2 orange charges. I thought he could be there, just heal up the Slaughter, but I guess they're just gonna play it safe or slow. Rasta's getting charged, and he's out of there. He has a Blink Dagger.
And that Ember Spirit Ancient stack, it's going to be taken by Fire eventually, I felt like, just because the battle theory is so...
they already took it. Yeah, they took it already.
Yeah. But I felt like that was just, no matter, like, even that fight, like, I felt like eventually Fire were going to take that stack away, just because our Ember Spirit could never clear through it. You know?
Yeah, honestly.
You had to go the Manta build. Pain.
Yeah, even if you get Battle Fury, honestly, Ember Ancient Clear is like really bad, honestly. It's just not that efficient. You have to sit there and slide like 4 times, attack every once in a while, and it's just, you get a lot of gold and EXP for it. I mean, it's an ancient stack, but Ember is not really the hero that wants to sit around for too long, and it forces him to sit around for a very long time.
I think they should have Serpent Warded it. I mean, that used to be the play all the time with Shadow Shamans.
Oh, pardon me, I didn't catch that.
Serpent
What about it?
wants to clear through Ancient Stone. They used to be the play all the time with Shadow.
Yeah. Back when you could just drop it in the Roach Pit as well. I mean, I guess that's kind of like when Rasta just got picked in general, right? Yeah, we don't see it too often. I think the hero's still very good. And they just committed 3 centuries to finding this guy. They couldn't locate him. Fluff is just banging his head right now, saying, I should have bought a dust.
Oh,
Gonna pick. It's another kill on the techies.
off in the bottom lane.
Getting
will be able to
murder.
back out.
Ooh, this rocket is really nice too, because they totally see Swindle coming in. Now Susie knows for sure that he's there, so he has to run. Pretty good. He might have gotten picked off otherwise. I mean, once you get a kill like that near the tier 2, it's generally intuition to just back, but just made it all the more obvious for them.
I remember who I was casting with, but they remarked that they really didn't like the builds from gyrocopters where they go for stats over homing missile. Do you feel the same way? Jo chose to go for some. He
well, this
bypassed
game
homing missile early, but it's getting.
Yeah. Like this game, it didn't matter too much. He got over leveled, first of all, and secondly, he went satanic next item. The main benefit of getting stats for gyro is the life points, definitely, which is why SNY is such a good synergy item right now, for as well as drums and all these things. Like they just give a lot of stats. They buff up this hero from a squishy glass cannon into a tanky glass cannon. And well, I'm not sure if tanky glass cannon makes sense, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. And so yeah, like just it's not necessary this game. So I think the homing missile is completely fine.
Bounty Hunter escapes once again because they didn't have dust. Fluff has it now. But
yeah,
he ended up running through the ward and counter wards combo. See, JW start painting that area with his brush. Knows that there are wards and counter wards all over the place.
Man, oh man, just take me back 35 minutes ago, and I would have never guessed that this techies lineup would be the ones to fall behind and be stuck in their base. And even with mines, they can't hold because they're so far behind. What is that now? Yeah, it's 10k gold lead, but most importantly, 15, 16k EXP lead for Fire right now.
It means a lot, especially with liners like Slardar. Get that,
yeah.
You know, that amplify damage.
Level 2 amp is already pretty ridiculous, I would say. Level 1 is already a...
Oh my god! The
That's
monster's
what we
sitting
expected.
there.
That's finally happening.
Oh, wow. Killing the Slardar, killing the Undying, almost got the Spirit Breaker, and they might just be able to... No, he's so fast.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Tries to catch up, but it doesn't happen.
Honestly, even if they caught up to him, I'm not sure what they would have done. They would have probably forced the BKB. That's about it. Now though, now the situation's different.
Charge is coming through though. This is gonna be the target here. He turns around, gets the bump back on the way to. Jo just runs right through those wards thanks to phase moves. Will be able to catch up the way to killing him, and Ziz is gonna be forced back. You're absolutely right. Hey, when they try and go on him, he just BKB.
Yeah, he just turns. Yeah, he's too strong right now. Without Swindle there in the fight. Oh, Brian's dead.
Just the right click damage is enough to finish him off. I figured Laguna Blade was gonna come out, but that was still on cooldown.
Yeah, I have sought some advice for this Shadow Blade build on Lina, because I mean it's obviously good. Any item that helps Lina pick off is good, but it's like a huge gold investment really. It's like 3,000 gold, and a lot of times you get it second over the Bloodstone or Aghanims, and it kind of reduces the killing potential. But then again, I've come to realize that it's not really, and not only that, but it also gives you some physical damage and the attack speed to kind of start up your Fire Soul. So it's pretty good build.
Just littering the battlefield with mines everywhere, is going to be completing his Aghanim Scepter pretty soon.
He got another Invis rune. He's getting like Invis runes on Invis runes on Invis runes this game.
Have the gem now on white.
Yeah. Although, is he the one to hold it? I'm not so sure. I guess SP is kind of liable because he's just charging and he's gonna probably die if he goes in first. But Whitebeard, oh, he picked up a Blink Dagger. Okay. He really wants to scout things out before he gets blown up by some walking uphill fog type of thing.
You see this?
Yeah, that's elaborate bait.
Yeah, he's bluffing.
Yeah.
Not showing himself, saying, yeah, go ahead, push into that minefield sign, see what happens. And I'm not sure if Fire have actually seen the techies, so they...
Yeah. He might have just caught a glimpse of him, but I'm not sure if it was enough time to click his items.
Oh, never mind. They got this ward right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Jail's 2,500 life points.
Oh,
Like,
jump
unless
on a
it's-
swindle. They will
Oh
be
my
able to.
God.
Oh my god, he just gets bursted so quickly with the amplified damage. Bluff.
Ryan's in face.
Alright, he's just gonna run this direction. And
Swindle
they
has
know.
no buyback. He actually bought a Desolator of all items. Wow, that is so glass cannony.
Yeah, that right click build. I mean, I think like he just is saying, okay, I have to make up for my Ember Spirit in some way, but
Radiant's middle
I don't know. Even with damage, like, is Desolator really the item? I'm not so sure.
bottom tower is under
Well, it definitely doesn't hurt to have the -7 armor, but yeah, the Raxes, are these going to be contested at all? There's no Techies mines, there's no Lina, so the range goes down and the melee is about to fall as well.
might be able to fight around the melee here soon. Yeah, Jo.
Yeah, just back off this, honestly, it's fine. They got more than enough damage done. They could do the exact same thing 5 minutes later after Roshan.
Next item for Gyrocopter, do you go back for the typical MKB or Butterfly?
Yeah, I think Butterfly is the right item. Butterfly in general is really, really good against Ember Spirit. Very because he really wants to crit. The way that hero works is just you just want to be able to burst down a support or two or something like that. And it's just if you go MKB, you kind of lose out on the potential of what the hero could have been. So yeah, he's already really behind, as you mentioned. Like, you have to go Manta first.
Sorry, a little sick. Just went into a coughing fit for no reason. We've got a 7,500 gold lead for Fire right now, and a 15,000 experience lead. Once again, it hasn't been that late, but Swindle be having a hyperactive bladder. Someone on his team does.
Yeah, do you remember the donor Durham thing you introduced me back in Germany?
I do, yes. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know exactly the correct term, word, whatever it is to address that type of food, but I call it halal food. So
Yeah.
there's a halal food place that opened up next to my area now recently called Laziz, and yeah, they sold these they sell the shawarmas, and yeah, very reminiscent of what you gave me. Very good.
That's some great drunk food.
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah, come
They
back.
spill all over the place, man. It makes my hands dirty. I have to wipe my mouth every time I take a bite, but
Okay.
it's delicious though.
In that regard, it might not be the best drunk food because
Yeah.
all over yourself. But you know, you're coming back up 2, 3 a.m. That will soak up the alcohol like not on.
Yeah, it honestly, it's perfect because hot dogs kind of aren't, like, they're not very good for you. And I haven't had a hot dog in like 6 years actually. Holy smokes, I need to grab myself a hot dog. But honestly, it's just the perfect food to just grab on the go type of thing.
A little anti. They run into a bounty hunter illusion. Quickly taken down. Second bounty hunter illusion also going to fall, but it does reveal that Roshan's up and fire around that pit area. The problem is amplified damage allows them to take it so quickly. Complexity have no hope of contesting. The top lane being pushed out by Ziz, and he doesn't have the boots to travel. So another Aegis and a cheese or fire.
Yeah. The order is who needs like Roshan heroes when you can buy Solar Crest, and then the next order is who needs Solar Crest when you can have a Slaughter with -20 armor.
What is
Once.
what is Whitebeard building? Got this like hodgepodge of items.
Dude, he had this last time. I'm sure. Look, last time he had this Ogre Club, he transitioned into a 6-slot Gyrocopter. You know, Rapier is not as efficient on this hero, but perhaps we could see a 6-slot Undying this game.
Yeah,
Then again, maybe not.
Pretty underrated.
Mhm.
You have to be so far ahead in order to pull that one out.
Yep.
All right.
Never mind that. I think Undying needs to just kill heroes AFK in the fountain or something. Yeah, it's just impossible to farm with that hero, honestly.
Yeah. The Desolator is allowing them to split push like none other. Good God. Machine Gun Kelly over here. Swindle just took down the tier 3 tower in 0 seconds flat.
Wow. I'm surprised they're actually going back for this. I feel like they should have just traded. They could have taken 2 Raxes for 1, and they could have just pushed bottom with the Aegis.
They lost
Wow,
the tier 3
interesting.
tower for nothing.
Yeah, what? That was kind of weird. I mean, I don't think that stage is the comeback for coL per se, but that's definitely something that they needed, and they got it. And they got it for free, basically. So I'm very surprised at how Fire reacted to that one.
Invis Invis runes everywhere. Fluff and stuff. Up his. Now have the butterfly on the gyrocopter.
Yeah, I think like 10 Invis runes spawned this game or something. I don't know. Statistically, it might not have seemed bad, but every time some rune caught my eye, it was an Invis rune, so.
Suit's working towards the Aghanim Scepter, already has the Blink Dagger, and he's not far away, 500 gold.
But we'll see. It looks like a team fight is coming their way. Ziz is going to pop out. Meanwhile, the tier 2 tower at the bottom lane. Swinamom's going to be able to take that out nice and quick. This time around, though, it seems that Fire will make their commitment. Take out the melee racks. I mean, at this rate, though, I mean, this Desolator is actually doing so much work for them.
Yeah, it's definitely increasing their DPS on the tower, but I'm not sure if they can get more than what Fire can get out of this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they got the Swindle kill.
Yeah, Swindle. Moo was able to TP back. They have the charge to complete. Eul's Scepter goes down on him. He's just going to try and turn around and kill Fluff, but I don't think that even that's possible. He's just buying time, though. Sonic Wave completely whiffs. Top lane, Ziz will be able to finish up that range racks, and now the rest of the team running up will be able to save their melee racks. Ziz was forced back, but still, I mean, the Desolator is doing what it needed to do. The melee racks went down, but they got the range racks top. They forced attention back away from Fire.
Yeah. Honestly, I questioned it, but I don't actually know what's better. Straight up. It's working for them. They're killing the buildings faster than they should be, so I guess that's a start, right? Mm-hmm. Perhaps they just concluded that this is how they have to play this game and just hope that the techies can hold out for long enough. Because right now they definitely can't. They can't withstand the pressure of all 5 heroes on Fire marching down a lane. Pinging out Jo, but what can the Ember do? Yeah, nothing. He's just gonna pour it out.
Got boots of travel now on the gyrocopter. I think realized how essential. You know, it's funny though. He still wants to keep his face boots just because of those serpent wards. I think that's something that's got to change.
It's been very effective. He's been doing a really good job, eh? Yeah. I honestly think with Gyro, you can just, when you pop Flak and you attack one of the wards, you can kill it, hit everything, and then you can walk out of it too. But, I mean, phases, you know, it's pretty convenient. And as I say that, he drops it, so voila.
Sorry, Claire, did you say A?
Why not?
Did you just give me the real Canadian A?
No. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure I heard that.
I don't A. I'm not.
Chat, you can confirm.
No, no, that ain't me. I'm a Korean.
That was
Koreans don't do that.
Well, that homing missile isn't going to reach his target, but Jo is getting a lot of damage on the tier 3 tower. Whitebeard jumps forward, gets out on a very aggressive tombstone. Sonic Wave goes out, but doesn't hit anything there. No one in the background. They're going to be able to lock down Swindle, so Hex comes out. Swindle turns around, gets off the Laguna Blade, will be able to survive.
Holy
Bounce
smokes.
back there from the Queen of Pain. Tombstone finally does fall, so too does the tier 3 tower go on.
Flak and 8. They have to wait for it.
Yeah, they're going to turn around. They still have that Aegis. Looks like Jail's just going to force this first life and then come back with a second life and have the Flak Cannon ready to go. Oh, Fluff and Stuff was almost able to complete that ultimate Light Strike array. Jo, well, miss. Now he's going to pop the BKB, turn it around. He's going to go for this range track to start things off. Suicide does go down. Whitebeard barely survives through that one and will be able to heal himself up. Ziz actually now to fall. Brian, looks like that Desolator almost finishing off Brian. They will be able to catch him on his way out. Buyback there. Oh, nice Sonic Wave. Actually finished off the Bounty Hunter, but Ziz bought back for this one. Needs to be able to catch somebody, but doesn't get anything out of it.
Wow, 747. I'm not even sure if he was aiming for the Bounty Hunter there.
Yeah.
He was just at the bottom edge of it and just kind of got caught, I think. Regardless, nice kill out of him. His last two ultimates were kind of like whiffs, but I'm not sure if he was doing it on purpose, honestly. He just did it on like guaranteed kills. And again, with Aghanim Scepter, it's a 40-second cooldown for that 600 pure damage ulti, so why not?
I've heard of the casual cloak and maybe the value vitality boost. I've never seen both on one hero, but we now have Whitebeard completing the BKB, so he's going to be really tanky with the cloak, the vid booster, and the BKB. He's sitting at 1800 HP naturally. You start racking that up even further with the decay and the natural resistance he's got.
Wow, that's honestly an odd choice. I thought what was going to happen was I thought he was going to build the Vlads and let the Slaughter go for a bigger item like AC. But, I mean, this works too. I just don't know. I don't think BKB is going to do much for him. Like, even if he stays alive, first of all, he's going to walk into a lot of physical damage from mines, Ember Slide, and all these things. But secondly, I don't know. He just has to stand in there with a Flesh Golem. And I guess that helps him. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't see Undying being a target of many of these spells, despite the AoE.
Hold out, Claire. chat. Chat knows everything. They're spamming
About what?
right now.
Well, you know, my my living in Canada for 15, 16 years might seem out every now and then,
Yeah.
but you know, that's just what it is. You know, if I recall correctly, you.
Uh-huh.
Never mind. I don't got any dirt on you, dude.
No, go
I try
for
to take it somewhere.
Fire
I
some
just
shots.
remember that you're a Marine.
Claire, I have to deal with
You have a
Blitz, like-
Mohawk now that you mentioned it earlier, and yeah, not much else, man. Really. Thanks for the shawarma.
You're welcome. I have to deal with Blitz 24/7, man. Shots,
Yeah?
like I'm like, you know, the when you have somebody who takes a little bit of poison at a time, that way they start building up the tolerance. That's what living with Blitzdota is like, you know?
Wow.
Like I've just built up such a huge tolerance to flame by now.
Wow. All of a sudden, we're talking about toxicity and the resistance to such. I'm sure he's good company. All Koreans are good company. Absolutely not.
Ryan's going hunting. He's looking for yeah.
Oh, he placed that ward. Yeah, Reborn made it really easy to ward those places now. It's the anti-tinker / split pushing wards. I don't think he's gonna catch anything this game though.
I
I
actually
don't think
did not
anything.
notice that they real actual cliffs for them now.
Yeah, well, it's again somewhat simplifying the game, clarifying to an extent, and he's giving vision of some important heroes on the side of coL, but that stopped now. I think he just walked into some mines too, didn't he? How did he lose life points?
Yeah, they just ran into some Roman.
Yeah.
Right click him now. Gyrocopter not being the full 600 and kill remote mines without taking some damage.
He just satanic up to full from like 50%. So looks like this is the push. I don't think coL's ready for it at all. The minefield sign's not there, and this is an empty lane in terms of mines. The only mine that was there is cleared up.
Fire just one step away from going to New York. See if they can close it out here. It's 48 minutes, 27 to 36. They've got a pretty damn big net worth lead. 15,000, 20,000 experience. They've already taken the middle lane of racks completely, ranged racks at the bottom lane. You could see the heavy amount of remote mines that were blown there by Complexity in order to attempt to defend that lane, thinking that was where Fire was going to push next, but
Yeah, now they're gonna just try to split up. They're smoked up. They're looking for an opportunity to walk into the enemy base. They could honestly do it through bottom too, but here Swindle is caught.
yeah, they good defensive force staff will be able to buy him some time. Couldn't quite get the bash. Tombstone is going to be targeted by Ziz, but he managed to pop the Manta, jumps away just in time. Sonic Wave catches a couple. The rest of Complexity backing themselves up. That was a BKB blown by Moo. So maybe they can still take a full-on fight, but their tier 3 tower is about to fall. Way 2 just jump forward. He
nice
will be
play.
able to get the Hex, but he nearly does get combo down. Charge forward. Looks like Way 2 is going to go down without anything pop there. They do get a remote mines. Almost finish off the Spirit Breaker. Now he falls, but Jayo's just cleaning up hero after hero. 3 down already. A buyback. 747 managed to blink himself away. Whitebeard not going to be as lucky. Swindlemelons gives him the right click. And it's just
And
him
most
and
importantly-
Shadow Shaman against the world right now.
Oh, he's actually coming back for the gem. Wow, and he got
Oh,
out. Holy
Jesus.
smokes.
Susie,
Wow.
one step ahead of Way 2 there. Blink forward just a little late on the Hex. That would have been such a great kill for them.
That was quite interesting. I don't think that actually should have happened the way it did. What happened was the Rasta actually blinked behind the Quap, and he started turning his hero when Susie went into his blink animation. If he actually blinked in front of the Quap and didn't have to turn his hero, that Hex was 100% guaranteed. But it's one of those small things that happen in Dota. You have to factor in the cast rate as well as the turn rate. And this time the turn rate cut them deep. You know, I have to say though, Fire, they came through a pretty steep path, didn't they? They beat DC, which I believe they were the underdogs of. And now here, I think Complexity is definitely the favorite team here too. Did they play another team before that? Because I think they did, but I can't recall.
Complexity play. Are you asking if they
Fire.
match both? Fire?
Yeah, before DC and before coL. They must have played another team, didn't they?
They play Boreal.
Boreal, okay.
Yeah, and they win 2-1, which was a little bit.
Yeah, Boreal is sort of relatively unknown right now.
Yeah.
But like DC, obviously DC are on people's watches right now, and of course, coL in my head they were one of the strongest NA tier 2, tier 1 team. Yeah, I guess I can't really call them tier 1 yet, but I thought they were on their way there, honestly, because with Dota right now, you just have to have a lot of coordination and a lot of patience because the meta is so farm oriented. And it's funny I say that because this game was somewhat jam packed with action. A lot of killing heroes. We have Spirit Breakers, Undyings, and Slaughterers. It's three. I don't know, like these heroes, man. They define like how a pub gets played, just running at people, and they pulled it off this game against the techies. Again, I really am immensely surprised that they're in the game situation that they are in right now.
TP scrolls littering the pit. I'm not sure what Fluff was doing there. I think he was trying to find his TP.
Whatever he's doing right though. With the expense of a couple extra TP scrolls, I don't know. He's just making all these games work. All his movements and stuff. He's under leveled, under farmed, and yet brings the victory to his team. So he's definitely doing some things right, and that deserves applause on its own.
They're gonna have the double armor items soon if Fluff can actually finish. Or does he? Is there any reason
Fluff?
to go loaded?
You're AC.
Yeah.
What's going on? No, he just has a plate mail, man. Come on, look at his image.
But if time draws out, will he go AC or do you think Lotus Orb? Well, Lotus Orb.
Fluff? Oh, I guarantee you, this guy's not getting another item this game.
Alright, fine. What if we have another 90-minute game on? I mean, it's a techies game, for God's sake.
Even then, I would say. I mean, they have no buybacks on coL right now, right? I think Ziz's buyback is down. No, it's actually available. Oh, Swindle. Swindle doesn't have buyback. And looks like they're just pushing the bottom. Yeah, they realize that the top is where it's being defended. Little do they know until the gem comes in that there's a whole bunch of mines waiting for them above the hill.
J.O. Gonna push up. Push up without the mines. Alright, he sees Stasis trap. He's like, no. Wait for the gem.
Gonna come forward. Whitebeard is on his way. Z-Freak, he's got the minefield side ready to
So
go.
many mines. He wants to be able to protect these remote mines. He has to lay it down. Arsh going on the sides. It's actually popping the ultimate. Oh, no. So many mines go off. They actually get the control on Moo as well. Swindle's going to try and pop him, but Moo is tanking up. They're going to get a force staff over the side. BKB activate. Oh, the force staff comes
gosh, they got him.
BKB falls force staff into the mines, and they take out the gyrocopter. Doozy. He actually wants to turn this one if they start pushing forward. I can't believe they would do this. 3 versus 5, but gonna try for it. Doozy pushes forward, a little bit of damage out from remote mine. Way 2 comes forward, gets the hex. Swindle starts surging forward, and controls Doozy pretty well, but he gets off the Sonic Wave. Now double.
Oh my gosh.
3 kills. Doozy just lining him up, will now die to Swindle Mounts, but now he's going to be comboed up. Moo and Whitebeard looking for the bash, will be able to just get the right clicks to finish him off, but Ziz now comes forward. There goes the Aegis. Dale starts coming forward with this call down. They buy back onto Susie. This is full committal out from Fire to finish off this melee racks. Mine Rapier now, though. Oh, God. This could turn real bad for
my
Fire.
goodness. Uh-oh. They're not aware of it yet, but I think when the next Sleight of Fist comes out, which it actually, yeah, Jay, he won't be able to pick it up. He has way too much armor to notice that Rapier right now.
Yeah.
But if that cleave kicks in, man, oh my goodness, people are going to die.
Yeah, and they've committed so much. Buyback on Queen of Pain, buyback on Jo.
Status trap. Excellent ability.
Romo mine, I mean, Fire at this point in time, once they see that minefield sign, they gotta just abandon this.
They're waiting for the charge. Oh, as I say that, he cancels the charge. Yeah, this is the problem again. If they just held their Raxes earlier, this would have been an impossible game for Fire, I think. Look at this. Their ability to turtle is so crazy. They have Lina to push out waves. Ember Spirit, who's got a... Even without the Rapier, he could push out waves as well. And Techies honestly just makes it impossible for heroes like without range to hit these mines. You just get forced in and you just die.
Yeah.
It's way too much pressure.
They gotta wait out another 5.5 minutes. Wait for Roshan to come up, get the Aegis, wait for buybacks. They've just given so much time to complexity.
Yeah. I honestly feel like just smoking into the base might be the play, but there's definitely a lot on the line here, so...
Oh, you're talking about...
I think the main thing is to wait out for Susie's refresher. He did such a good job with the refresher last time, but he succumbed to the physical damage in the end anyway.
You say smoking into the base, you mean like 5-man smoking like through mid? And
yeah, just like into the base, right? Because there's Raxes down, and most teams don't have sentries down in those areas.
Right.
I mean, even if they did, it wouldn't matter, I guess, because smoke no longer gets revealed by that since like 5 patches ago. But yeah, just get in there, just sit there and wait. and you'll pick somebody for sure.
Oh wow, they're gonna go for the quick kill on the melee racks.
Yeah, like what kind of like what Complexity is doing. Like this is what they should have done on Fire a while ago. Oh, they're just gonna place a ward and get back the way. They're scared because everybody's off the map.
You think they can actually finish off the? Oh, double smoke. All right, let's just prolong that a little bit longer. You could kill that Rax through backdoor protection, right?
Yeah, I think. But when they show their heroes like that, I think Fire's reaction is greater because they're outside the base where they know they don't have mines. And here is the fight.
To get him way too. He's going to be able to jump on a 747 with minutes to get away from the ward. Light Strike Array actually stops Bluff, but they're going to blow up 200 miles almost immediately. Gets off Fuel Scepter, but will end up dying. Just turns around, throws out one more spell. Whitebeard, meanwhile, chased down way too. Ziz, he's going to be able to get a lot of cleave damage out from this Divine Rapier, but he has to jump away. He cannot afford to lose this one. Remnant jump, TP out.
Oh, he is not the right play.
Light Strike. Oh, he knows he was going to die, so just throws out the Sleight of Fist, but there it goes. The Divine Rapier is on the deck. Complexity. Could have maybe turtled this one out for a while, but...
He's going to port on the catapult, I think. Oh, never mind. The wave got cleared too fast. I guess he just ports bottom. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, this is the end, I think. Yeah. He's just going to Satanic himself up here, and he's just going to go high ground with the Rapier. He knows he can't die to anything like 3-4 mines or something like that. But he might be scared of the minefield sign, though. So I think they're just going to go an alternate lane. Yeah, Undying blinks in. But he doesn't have the gem anymore. Who has the gem?
Moo.
And where is Moo?
Moo is not here right now.
But yeah, moving with great haste. Oh, just stood right on top of it without knowing.
In the process of winning game, just one more death.
Yeah, his death will not be in vain. Actually, why are they going for that? I feel like they could just close out the game on tier 4s here.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Mega Creeps is a better guarantee, and they're gonna get it. So, Fire, they did it, man. They did, in my head, what was the impossible. They pulled through with their ganks, and even despite the early deaths on the Undying, like they didn't tilt, they didn't lose heart. They kept at it with their strat, with their picks, ran at them constantly, and they succeeded. They actually pummeled them through.
And a lot of it comes down to this little bit unique to FireDota, the off-lane Slardar and the Spirit Breaker played by Fluff.
Call down gets played out, but this is just Fire right-clicking down the base.
Oh my gosh, Jo.
Jo's flat cannon shots with that Divine Rapier gets him a triple kill. Swindle goes down even, and Jo will survive to the very end. That's it. It turns out, no matter how close that game number 2 was, pushed all the way to 90 minutes, FireDota will be able to make the full clean sweep against Complexity, and they'll be heading to ESL 1 New York. So big congratulations to Complexity. Looking forward to seeing, to Fire. Looking forward to seeing them there. Complexity, I mean, they made it all the way to the finals. They're easily going to be one of the top North American teams, and I'm sure they're going to do great and turn